Okay.
Okay.
So your guys was good. So today I have Olivia here with me. She's a personal trainer. She's really good. She has a really great nutritional background, personal training background, like I said. If you guys haven't seen, like she has an Instagram page, obviously Olivia Garcia, and then she also has Liv's Plate, where she posts amazing recipes. I also bought her cookies and stuff before too. It tastes awesome. Cookie Bomb or all these too many flavors. But yeah, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, give a little background, and we'll get started, right?
Hi guys. My name is Olivia, but a lot of people call me Liv.
Okay.
So I come from a background of obviously personal training. I went to Humber for fitness and health. After I was done that program, I decided to turn my passion for baking into a business. So I started Lifted Sweets, where I basically just bake sweets that like anyone can crave, but with sprouted protein. So it's really good for people that can't digest whey protein. So I bake that. And then I'm back in school right now for nutrition, healthy lifestyle promotion at Humber. So that's what I'm
Nice.
currently doing.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna take advantage of the knowledge she has. She's gonna try her best, but she's gonna drop some knowledge on us about nutrition, right? So first thing, me personally, like in a for a selfish reason, I'm kind of curious about like how can I use nutrition to improve my performance in the gym. And I guess like the same concepts are going to apply to any type of training, but I obviously do more lifting weights and bodybuilding style
Mhm.
training. So how can I optimize my nutrition for that, right? So you
Yeah.
just drop some knowledge,
Yeah.
okay?
So I
Yeah,
think obviously for a lot of people that are in a fitness background, right, they hear about the three major macronutrients, which are fats, proteins, and carbs.
yeah,
Uh, so especially when it comes to performance, I know a lot of people usually hear about like fasting. They do fasted cardio and all that. Me personally, from what I've experienced myself and how my body likes to fuel, I know that it's really good to ensure that you're having a really good amount of carbs or carbohydrate sources in you before a workout. So
okay,
this all depends on how soon you are going to work out. So
okay,
if you're going to work out in maybe like 2 hours, right, or like an hour to 2 hours, it's really good that you have a large amount of carbohydrates, such as a bowl of oatmeal. You can even top that with like a little bit of peanut butter. You want to make sure that you're having still some fats, but not too much because that can actually derail your progress in the gym because you'll feel too full because they digest a little bit slower.
yeah,
So, like for example, a bowl of oatmeal or even like a peanut butter sandwich with a tablespoon of peanut butter and some banana. That would be
okay,
really good to have maybe like an hour to 2 hours before your workout. When you're getting closer to your workout, maybe it's like 30 minutes and you're going to start your workout, you don't want to have something too heavy, but you still want to have a good carbohydrate source. So this could still be maybe like some granola on top of yogurt would be a really good example. A banana with some peanut butter. Still, like even a slice of toast with peanut butter, it's still better than nothing.
okay,
And I find that energy that you get from carbohydrates will actually keep you sustained throughout your workout.
okay,
Um,
okay,
in regards to after your workout, studies actually show now instead of just having protein alone, it's really good that you also have a carbohydrate source with your protein,
yeah,
rather than like a protein shake alone.
yeah, okay. So just I'm kind of curious about the carbo because you probably heard about like fast digesting, slow digesting carbs.
Yes. Yep.
Is that like a big factor? Like if you should have slow digesting beforehand or fast digesting or something like
Yeah.
that, So yeah,
Yeah. So usually before a workout,
yeah,
because you're taking the time to actually build up like your carbohydrate stores before you start
okay,
going, right? That's when
okay,
you can have that longer, instead of fast digesting, you want that slower digesting,
digesting,
to
okay,
keep you sustained during your workout. So like, for example, the oatmeal comes into play, whole grains, right? After your workout, you just depleted all of your carbohydrate stores. So your body
okay,
really, really, really wants some energy right away. That's when you can actually take advantage of those fast or quick digesting
yeah,
carbohydrates because your body
okay.
just needs to be fueled right away.
What are some examples of like that fast digesting carbs?
Um, so a lot of people automatically jump to like a chocolate or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's why
Pop
they actually
tarts.
say chocolate milk. Chocolate
Yeah.
milk post workout is actually amazing because it's
Wow.
not only giving you protein, but it's also giving you sugar from the milk. So actually, I would
Interesting.
say chocolate
Yeah.
milk post workout is awesome.
Okay.
Um, yeah, then again, I would even say, let's say it's lunchtime, right? Some white rice,
Okay.
like as your carb source with like your protein, whether it's plant-based protein or chicken, meat, etc.
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
really good option too. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So like, like that white rice, how it gets a bad rep, like it's not healthy. Brown rice is the healthy version. So is brown rice in this case like the slow digesting carb? Or it's the same kind of I think it's the same thing in my opinion. What I've had, like I feel I get the same effects. But what are your thoughts on like the brown versus white? Like how much
So
different is it? Right.
honestly, coming from like my standpoint, I would say that there's not really a huge amount of difference. Like
Okay.
realistically, white rice, it just doesn't have, it's been through a little bit more processing than the brown, right? So
Okay.
when you think about like a grain, it's gone through um really hard to describe, but it's gone through a longer
Yeah.
process where it's basically being stripped of more of its like nutrients to keep you full. So white rice, that's why there's a lot less fiber in white rice versus brown rice. But
Mm,
either way, just because of that, that's what makes white rice like a little bit more faster digesting compared to
okay.
brown rice, for example, right?
Okay. Okay.
But at the end of the day, I don't think you really need to stress about like, oh my gosh, I need to be intaking, a simple carb right now only. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, a carbohydrate source, regardless of where you get it from, regardless if it's from a piece of toast or it's from a banana or you're still eating oatmeal after a workout, it's carbohydrates that your body's going to love.
Yeah.
But a good simple carbohydrate, I would also say, is like sourdough toast is awesome. Like that's really, really good. And
Yeah.
bananas pre and post workout, just awesome.
Okay.
Because yeah, your body just wants them really fast.
Okay. Awesome. I know like some people argue also talking about like don't combine fats with your carbs, just because the insulin spike with the carbs can possibly lead to actually storing the fats as actual fat. I don't know if that's stressing too much. Like that's probably macro. That's probably like macromanaging, right? Like how you were talking about, don't stress about like the simple carbs are carbs.
Yeah,
But would you stress about that at all? Like don't have too many fats combined with your carbs, or um,
no. So
not
from what I've
really.
learned in school, we
Yeah.
haven't really, like talked specifically about that per se. Like there's a
Okay.
lot of bad statements out there, right? Like you
Okay.
hear
Okay.
it's just like a fad diet where you
Yeah.
hear like, okay, there's keto and then there's paleo and there's all these different diets.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, with that, that's there is a term for that where like food combining, I guess it's food combining.
Okay.
That's something that we've never really specifically talked about in school. So at the same time,
Yeah.
I don't want to put information out there that's fraud.
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
what I yeah, what I would suggest though is before a workout, make sure you're not intaking too much fat
Yeah.
because that's what will slow down your progress in the gym because your body's taking time to digest that fat,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So, yeah, after a workout, same idea. You don't want to be eating too much fat because right now your body is like, okay, I really just want energy to be put back into my muscles from what I just used up,
Yeah.
right? And then plus your body wants protein because your muscles, you've just broken down your muscles, right? So your muscles got to
Yeah.
rebuild.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really say people have to stress about like, okay, if I'm eating a lot of carbs, I can't be putting too much fat. It's more about
Yeah.
just focusing on one specific macronutrient at a time before and after a workout.
Yeah, awesome. And like just to clarify for everyone too, like we are talking about if you do get a actual proper training session in, if you're just going to the gym, just getting like just stretching and like walking on the treadmill, you won't need as many carbs, right? I'm sure you'd agree with that. So just so like people understand that you're actually tearing your muscle fibers, you're actually depleting your glycogen in your muscles. That's when the carbs actually help you out. So don't get like if you're going for a 30-minute cardio session, um, on steady state cardio or something like that, don't stuff yourself with carbs because basically the calories you get in, calories you burn technically, you're basically gonna gain everything back, right? Um, Unless it's like a hit session or whatever, then it's a different story. But if it's steady state cardio, you're chilling on the treadmill, you're not really depleting that many muscle storage, glycogen storage, whatever it is. Um, you should be okay. Like you don't need as many carbs at that point. If you're getting a hard training session in, then you do need some carbs. So I'm gonna try summarizing it. Basically, 2 hours before your workout, try getting a solid carb source in. Preferably a slow digesting because you're kind of slowly tapering up. So like oatmeal you mentioned and bananas, apparently your favorite. That's also good. You can have a peanut butter too, a little bit, not too much, because you don't want to be stuffed up in your workout. And then post workout, try getting a simple carb in, like you mentioned, a banana or white rice or pasta. That's my favorite.
Yes,
Um,
pasta is a great option. I can't
yeah,
believe I didn't think of that.
yeah.
Honestly, white pasta, that's when you see a major difference between like, okay, if I'm eating whole grain pasta versus white pasta, white
Okay,
pasta is a simple carb. So I would
okay.
actually highly recommend going for like the white pasta after a workout.
Sick,
That's
sick.
a perfect example of the simple carb.
Yeah, and a carb and a protein source post workout,
Yes. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, dope, awesome. So, guys, don't overcomplicate things. I clearly overcomplicated things by thinking about fats and carbs and too many different things. Just stick to the basics. And again, it's gonna be different for everyone. I'm sure like that's the major thing you kind of say every time, right? It's dependent on the person.
Yep.
See how your body reacts. Don't stop yourself before. Don't stop yourself after. Just have enough so you're performing well in the gym.